possessions that's the most sentimental and means a lot to me. So that just shows you my dedication to traveling. So if you haven't done this, start doing your pin board, people. It's awesome. Hi culture eaters, welcome back to video 2 today for Travel Talk Tuesdays. So make sure that you check out everybody else that's posting this week on the topic of the week. You can click the hashtag, which is in the description box, and you'll see all the videos, the recent videos that we have all published. And every week we discuss a topic related to travel. So we have a great variety of different people from around the world that are participating. Really great atmosphere. We're having lots of fun, and if you like traveling, you'll learn a lot just by hearing the different topics that we're going to cover. Today the topic is, how did you start traveling and why are you traveling? I guess for me, my parents started traveling quite early with me. We didn't go to super exotic places when I was young, but twice a year we would go on vacation. On spring break in February, we would go to Florida, usually somewhere like Fort Lauderdale or Pompano or Miami, like for 2 weeks. And in the summer, we went to visit an aunt of mine that lived in Rhode Island. So we went to either her place or Newport. Sometimes we went to Maine to Ogunquit. So let's say we did that from the age for me of 3 to 14 years old. So I got the travel bug early because of that. I remember once my parents went on a cruise by themselves when I was 7 years old, and I was not welcomed. And to this day, I remind my parents that I don't forgive them for not taking me on a cruise. So I really had the travel bug early. Then I think the first trip I took by myself, at least traveling, I was 11. My father, like I mentioned in the last video, is from Vienna, Austria. One uncle still lived in Vienna, and they would come and visit, so I knew them, but they didn't speak English a whole lot. I don't speak German. So that's like the first time my parents gave me a really adult decision power at 10 about, they said, you decide if you want to go to Austria and stay with your uncle. I think it took me 2 or 3 months to decide, but I decided to go. So I flew as an unaccompanied minor, but by myself to Europe when I was 11, and met up once I got there with my uncle and my aunt and traveled a little bit around Austria. And I think that gave me a really even bigger bite of the travel bug. Then my next solo travel was a week in Cuba. I think I was 19 with a friend in college. And yeah, that's a very Quebec or Canadian thing to do, to go spend a week at the beach in resorts, all-inclusive resorts. And I mean, it was nice to go to the beach and all, but I hated that formula. Staying at a resort with nothing much to do was not my cup of travel tea at all. So that's the last time I did a resort. The next trip that I did by myself, which was really, I think, the beginning of me traveling alone as an adult, is when I was 22 years old. I went backpacking for 2 months across Europe. Everybody's doing it now, and people were already doing it back then, but not as much. I was supposed to go with 3 friends, and they ended up bailing on me, and I said, if I don't do it now, I'm never going to do it. And so I just did it, and it was kind of scary at first, but it was like the best 2 months of my life, and that's what really started my journey of really traveling regularly as an adult. I'm not going to cover my other trips. I'm sure that's going to come up in future videos, but I did want to show you something. On that trip that I did for 2 months in Europe, I bought pins. I lost a couple during the trip, but I started buying pins of everywhere I went, and I said, I'm going to make a frame and a board and put them all together. Since then, for the past 21 years now almost, I have bought a pin from every place I have ever gone to. And I'm about to fill my board completely up. I don't know what I'm going to do. This is 20 years of traveling for me. I am going to put my China one here. I haven't put it yet. I only have 1 row left, and I'm gonna have to figure out how to redo this board again. So this is one of my biggest possessions that's the most sentimental and means a lot to me. So that just shows you my dedication to traveling. So if you haven't done this, start doing your pin board, people. It's awesome. And yeah, it's just amazing. And get out there, start traveling. It's so enriching for your life. You just got to have a couple of experiences and you'll have the travel bug for life. So make sure to leave some comments below. Let me know, when did you start traveling? Or if you haven't, where do you want to go traveling? I'd love to hear your ideas and where you want to go explore the world. Like, you know, no limit. You have no financial problem. Where do you want to go tomorrow? Leave comments below. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. Check out everybody else from Travel Tuesday. Give this video a like if you like it, please. I would love to get that. And I will see you soon for a next video, Travel Tuesday or China or food. I'm not sure. So, au revoir.